I'm here today with Andrew Chan, who is CMO at AfterShip, and they've got a very interesting product used by a handful of very big brands I'm sure you would have heard of, but recently announced the release of an add-on called Postman, which we'll let Andrew talk about in a little bit, but really stands a chance to shake up a pretty staid corner of the shipping world. So Andrew, thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks so much for this opportunity, Mike.
So maybe you could do a better job than I have of describing your role at AfterShip, and then maybe what AfterShip does, and then we'll talk a little bit. I'm really interested in hearing about Postman and what that's all about.
Yeah, so AfterShip, we started actually back in 2012, like 10 years ago. So me and my other co-founders, like Teddy, we met in like a startup competition, and the concept is very simple: is to help the merchants to track package. In the old times, like tracking package is a pain, like people copying tracking number, going to the carrier website, and then that's it. And then delivery time takes like months. So we come up with this idea like to help the merchants to proactively notifying customers like where is the order, and also get the customers to come back to the store to track the package. So time flies now. The company is like over 350 people, and this year will be 600. We got like over 13,000 customers, like including platforms like eBay, Wish, Etsy, to brands like MCM, to Gymshark, like lots of fast growing brands, and then top tier brands as well. So to help them to improve the post purchase experience around the tracking space, because like they see like to retain like loyal customers, the post purchase experience is so important to increase the engagement, getting them to come back to the store and to remember the brand. So the customer base like keep growing. Of course, like time flies, we got more engineering resources. Customers like get more requirements as well. And one part is about helping them to ship faster, to integrate with the carrier faster, like to so that they can generate the shipping label. It's a simple concept. It's like API product. So that's why we have this Postman product. Is around shipping API, and also we got now the web user interface for helping like small to medium sized companies to ship faster, to bulk shipping all their orders in one place.
So if you mind, we'll spend a moment just unpacking that a little bit.
Sure.
Freight forwarders interacting with small to medium sized e-commerce companies has never really been an easy thing. There's always been a bit of a disconnect. So I can see why AfterShip is having such success. But it seems like from what you're saying that AfterShip can handle not only parcel level shipping issues, but maybe even freight level. Is that true?
Yeah, we do like freight and also LTL as well. As actually getting more freights like information in, because like we got merchants who handle freights as well as like parcels. So they have also always a chance, to have a holistic view, and also to keep track of those like freights and even parcel as well. So both, they also have issues. So they come to us and see if they can help on, improving the supply chain, on time delivery, so that it ultimately improve the on-time delivery of the customers, right?
Right. So we'll talk about supply chain in a minute, because that's its own topic. But
yeah,
would you mind explaining a little bit about what Postman is and how it's added on to the AfterShip platform?
So AfterShip, like the name is like after shipping is about tracking, right? The post-purchase thing experience. But one part of the after you purchase, like the merchants need to ship out the product. As a retailers, online retailers, you may be shipping with multiple carriers, and also sell at multiple channels. So in order for them to easily, we call it generating the shipping label, right? For example, let's say at the Shopify store, the customer select like standard shipping, and then the other channels like they ship with like a 1 day shipping, for example. And then behind the scene, actually you're using multiple carriers. So you want to have a simple automation to generate the right shipping label for that order, And of course, like one is shipped, you want to say, hey, get it done, next. And when it comes to high volume, you want to do it really, really fast. And that's here we come this kind of software. And when it comes to scaling to more enterprise grade solutions, they actually will have this software in-house. And they want to have these API integrations to integrate with so many carriers in the world. They may be using just 2 carriers, let's say in the States, but when it comes to international, we have lots of international clients, and that's why they say, hey, can you help us to integrate with these numbers of like carriers, and so that they can have one integration partner and then can talk to all the carriers that they want to integrate. Yeah.
No small task. I think I read on your site that you've integrated with over 900 carriers worldwide, and
Yes.
That's a phenomenal number. Having spent some time trying to figure out shipping and freight for small and medium-sized e-commerce companies, it's hugely complicated. So what you're solving here is a really big deal.
Yeah, it's a small it's very interesting. Like our company now, like close to 400 people, like 70 and 80% of us are more product and engineer. We're very geeky. We talk about like company culture, and then we didn't really do marketing or really do sales. We started to do it like 4 months ago. Yeah. So but we get all the enterprise coming inbound. So what we are doing is really I think like get the attention. It's definitely a difficult job, but I think like we were very focused on certain things and people notice it. Yeah, and then start to use our service. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that. Let's talk a little bit, because I think you're in a really unique position because of what you see and do. Let's talk about supply chain issues, which are top of mind for so many e-commerce companies right now. And it probably lands right in your lap to help solve all that. But can you talk a little bit about what you see as, we all kind of know where the hurdles are coming from, but some of the potential solutions, and does AfterShip have visibility into any of those solutions that might help e-commerce companies kind of navigate this?
Yeah, definitely. I think there are 2 main issues I'm seeing. Like maybe there's one issue that we can't help that much now, which is like the with the COVID situation, all the freights got delayed, and then people talk about like ordering a mattress or furniture. They have to wait for 6 months or 7 months or whatever, right? That is a big problem. It's not about having a feasibility can solve it. It's actually is a bigger problem. It's about the situation. So you can't really control that right now. That's one situation I see, and the other situation is something that we can help. Like lots of like we call it like online retailers. They shipping parcels. The carrier delivery time actually is still not very stable. It still have fluctuation. The question is like, do we know how is the fluctuations like? And then when you promise the customer 3 days delivery, are we talking about 3 days? We ask the many merchants like 2 questions. The first question: do you know that you ship out 10,000 shipments? Do you know how many of them got delivered successfully? Is a silence. It's like no one knows. It's like
not a good sign.
It's weird, over last 10 years, like technology got evolving. Like, do you know if the shipments got delivered or not? It's like, I don't know. And then the second question is like, even they say, oh, I can guess it. It's like 95 or 99% we got delivered successfully. No one's complaining-ish, right? And then they say, oh, okay, I asked them, like, do you know your on-time delivery rates? It's like big silence, right? If you kind of know, if you don't know the detail, if you don't track it, you don't track it properly, you can't know this information. So we come with like we have like many enterprise grade customers. They ship tons, and then they care about this so much. Why? Because now like acquisition cost is so high for, we call it before purchase. It's about retention.
Sure.
Retaining a customer is not that easy. Imagine a loyal customers. They know about your product. They know about pricing. They buy again. So what is blocking them to buy again is the post-purchase experience, customer support, delivery promise, on time, lost packages, return experience. So all this add up and to kind of like impact whether the customers want to shop again. So I would say the on-time rate, like back to your questions, like definitely for the parcels is also a challenge for many merchants and something that we can help. Yeah.
So on an enterprise level, I know that brands are not only interested in post-purchase, but they're interested in getting that information into their CRMs or CDPs or whatever
Yeah.
their central brain is, and so that they can understand what customer satisfaction is on an individual basis and how they're tracking with their broader customer experience efforts.
Yeah. Yeah.
How does AfterShip integrate? Is that just a function of your APIs, or how do you get
Yeah,
that
it's
information?
actually many different ways. So we got like super technical company. They will get all the data back to the data warehouse, centralized data house, and they can consume this data anywhere if they want. Right? This is the ultimate best practice, like eBay, Amazon, everyone's doing kind of the one with like engineering resources. And then we talk about the I mean the entry level, a new Shopify store. They are using plug and play. They're using Sendesk. They're using some other solution. At least can I see the order information, the tracking information next to it, right? So we can support that. So we have like plug and play, and we can also we integrate with many different like solution partners like Sendesk and Salesforce and all many others, so they can just do plug and play and see the data floating in. And I think the other thing is actually within AfterShip itself, we provide a dashboard helping the support and also logistics teams to find out exceptions proactively. So you can do lots of different filter, go to the granular level, like exception due to incorrect address. What
Right.
do you want to do with it? Like come inside the portal and then resolve it, one by one. Actually, it will help you succeed a lot. Like don't wait for the customers to complain.
Right.
Resolve it earlier. So our portal is not just a kind of tracking information portal, but it's actually have customer support like control tower, we call it, to control the exceptions. Yeah.
Wow. Well, we're going to pay attention to what AfterShip is doing with Postman and whatever new products you end up rolling out. But Andrew, thank you
Yeah.
for your time today. This is fascinating, and I'd encourage everybody who's watching and reading to take a deeper look at this solution.